Hello everyone, welcome to this video where we go through the basics of Excel, and this video is a great starting point whether you want to upskill yourself or you're just a student who's trying to learn Excel. Let's get started. All these are called cells, and if I want to point out to a specific cell, so for example B6, this would be B6. So you notice the first thing I call out is the column, then the row. So I know that in cell B6 Michael is there, and in cell C6 we have 500, and we can put whatever we want in the cells. Usually when you're working or assigned a task, you will have those cells pre-filled by whoever is assigning you the task, but if needed you can fill out the cells yourself. So let's work on what we have. Let's build on what we have and use some of the tools in Excel to highlight what we have. So I added some more numbers for us to play with, and let's go through what we can do with them. So if I want to highlight the number of cells that Dwight has, what I can do is select this bucket, and this bucket basically fills the color of the cell. And let's say I want to fill it with yellow. So it essentially highlights Dwight's sales. And this makes it very easy for me to catch what Dwight is selling. Maybe we want to highlight it in another way. So let's say I want to highlight Michael's sales, and I don't want to fill it with a color. Instead, I just want to highlight the text. So what I can do is go on font color and highlight it. Let's highlight it with red so it stands out a bit. And there we go. As simple as that, we highlighted it in red. And another way we can highlight something is by making the text bold. So let's say I want to make Pam's number stand out a bit. What I can do is just make it go here and make it bold. And this way it stands out. Now let's say I want to change the format of the number to currency. I don't like the fact that the currency is not there. And let's clean it up a bit. So for the font formatting, if I want to remove it, I simply go back to the original font. For the filling, I just go to no fill. And for the bold, I just click on the B right here and the bold is gone. And I want to change the formatting to currency, so I just go to currency and it's showing me in AED, which is Arab Emirates Dirham. Let's say I want it in USD, so I can just change it here. Another way to do that is I can right click and then go on format cells, and then we can go here and there we go. And we can see that the numbers are tilted a bit toward the right, but I want it in the middle. I find it annoying the fact that it's on the right. What I can do here is go on the alignment and put it in center. I can put it on the left if I want, but I'm gonna choose to put it in the center. Now, we can also increase the font or decrease it based on our reporting requirements. I'm just going to keep it the same. However, it's always good to know that you can increase the font should you need to. Now, let's make this look a little bit nicer. So again, I'm going to center align this, and I'm going to add borders so the table is clear. So what I can do is go here and click on all borders, and now the table is much cleaner. And now we're gonna learn our first function, and a function is basically a formula that we use on Excel that allows us to do different things. So let's say I want to add up all these numbers. So what I can do is put an equal signs. Bear in mind that all functions start with an equal sign. And I click on sum, and then I open the brackets. Here you get a guideline on what you're supposed to do. So what I can just do is highlight all of the numbers I want to add up, close the bracket, and there I get the total. Since this is a total, I want it to stand out a bit, so I'm just gonna make it in bold, center align it, and keep it in yellow. And I'll just put a title next to it so we know that it is a total. I'm just gonna put it in bold and center align it. I'm gonna also put a border next to it so it looks nicer. Another formula we can use is called average, and that allows us to calculate the average of sales in this case. And again, we just go on equal, we type in average, and we select the numbers we want an average of. And we just click enter, and then we get our average, which is $836. And we can reformat it again, but instead what we can also do is copy the formatting, and then right click on what we want to format and just click on the formatting. And as you can see, we have the format here. So next, let's learn how to create some simple charts. The first chart we can create is called the line chart or the bar chart. Let's start off with the bar chart, and then actually let's do pie chart instead. So let's select on the data, and then we go to insert, and if we click on the recommended chart, it gives us good recommendations, and I'd usually recommend going with that since it will give you the best option. But I also want to show you how to select bar chart if you specifically want bar chart. So here's a bar chart. We simply select it and it creates a bar chart for us immediately. I'd recommend to change the title to something like sales by employee. And maybe to make it look nicer, we can look at the chart design and yeah, let's pick this. Maybe remove the lines, and we can add the data labels. Maybe we can also make it bold so they stand out a bit. And there we go. We have our first bar chart ready. And next, let's create a pie chart. And very similarly, we can go on recommended chart, and it's actually the second option. Or we can go here on the pie, and we have the pie chart ready. And we can see that white dominates the cell, but it's always helpful if we add the data labels so we can see the difference. And once again, we can look at the predefined formats. I like this one, so I'm gonna use it, and call it sales by employee. We can also create a line chart, but that makes more sense if you're looking at time. So I'm just gonna create a new sheet. Here we have some sales and a timeline, and what we can do is just insert. I'm gonna use recommended charts because it's a lot simpler, and you can see that we have a steady growth in sales, which is very good for the business. Let's say we had some exponential growth the last couple of years. So let's do this, and let's do this. And now you can see the chart updates based on the data available. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'm gonna be uploading more videos related to Excel, some for beginners and intermediates, and I hope that you will find them useful.